What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Marco. Her name is Priscilla. I hope you can stay. I hope you can subscribe. I hope you can join us. We got a lot of new videos coming out, a lot of dope videos coming out. If you're coming back, if you're already a subscriber, welcome back. So basically, today's video, what I want to talk about is give you guys a little story time. Now that my girlfriend's here, she can help out with it. I want to give you guys a story time about how my mom found out that my girlfriend was pregnant, and how my dad found out. So basically, one morning, I think I was in my room one morning. It was like during the day already. It was like the afternoon. I was
Your dad found out first.
Okay, so my dad found. Okay, let's talk about how my dad found out. So my dad found out. One day I got a call from my dad. I was getting an oil change, and he says she had posted a picture of the ultrasound, right, on Facebook. And my dad's friends with her on Facebook. So then my dad was all like, "Marco, is Priscilla pregnant?" And I was all like, "No." And I was like, "Oh wait, she had posted a picture." In my head I was like, "Oh, she posted a picture on Facebook. I forgot." And I was like, "No, she's not pregnant. Why?" He's like, I seen a picture, this and that." And I was all like, "Oh shoot, I need to make an excuse real fast." And I was like, "Oh, her mom's pregnant. It's her mom's ultrasound."
Boy, if you don't get...
And my dad's not dumb. My dad was like, "Oh really? It's her mom's? Like, why was she posted though?" And I was like, "I don't know, Dad." I was like, I don't know. Like, stop asking me. And I was like, I have to go. So I hung up on him. And he's like, "I'm gonna call you back later." And I was like, "All right." So I hung up on him. And I was like, "Freak, what do I do? Like, I'm scared. I don't know what to tell him." Because my mom didn't even know yet. And I was like, I don't know what to tell him. What do I do? This and that. And then he kept calling me throughout the day. And I kept like forwarding his calls. I wasn't answering him, and I was just ignoring him until one day I was like, you know what, I have to tell my dad. So me and her decided to meet up with him at the mall in the Bay Area, and we were just talking. And then he had told me, he came up to me, he was like, "Is there anything you want to tell me?" And I was like, "No, there's nothing I want to tell you." He's like, "Are you sure?" He kept repeating it throughout the whole time. And I was like, "No, there's nothing." And then she looked at me, she's like, "Just tell him, like, he already like knows. Like, why does he keep asking you that? Like, he already knows." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." Like, and then I told him, I was like, "Well, she's pregnant, this and that." And then he looked at me, he was all like, what did he say? He's all like, "What, you don't trust me?" He's like, "You don't trust me?" And I was like, whoa. I was like, "Bruh, I do trust you." I was like, but I was scared, obviously. He's like, "You don't trust me, I'm your dad, this and that." He's like, "I'm always gonna support you guys no matter what. Don't be scared. If nobody else supports you, I'm always gonna support you," and stuff like that. And I was like a part of me was like, so like I was like calm, right? Like,
He felt relieved.
I felt relieved, exactly. I felt relieved, and I was like, okay, like my dad knows. But we didn't get to the bad part yet. My mom was like the one that was gonna, like, I thought she was gonna go crazy. So my dad knew. My dad had like supported us.
His dad was like...
My dad took it like he took it.
He was really happy.
He was happy, but it wasn't like, "Oh my gosh,
No,
you're gonna be like, you're like."
He was happy. He just said, "I just want you to stay in school and finish school."
Yeah, he told me he wanted me to stay in school, finish school, and all that stuff, you know. And I was like so happy. I was like, thank goodness my dad, like, you know. I kind of only cared about two people, what they cared about, like their opinion, and it was my mom and my dad. Everybody else, it was like, okay, like, it's whatever. So then my dad knew, and he was like happy. Then my mom was in Bolivia still, and then she came back, and she was already showing, right? You were showing.
And his mom was like, "Why hasn't she came over?"
Yeah, why isn't she came over? Like, where is she at? This and that. So then one day, she sent my mom a friend request on Facebook, and she had pictures of the ultrasound on there. So one day I'm in my room, and all of a sudden,
He was sleeping.
I was sleeping, then I hear a loud, like, I hear her say, "Marco, Marco," and I was like, what the heck is going on? I was like, oh, she's pissed. Like, something must have happened. So then I go out, and then she's like, "What is this?" And she showed me a picture of the ultrasound, and I was like, I just didn't say nothing. I just shook my head, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is really going down right now. I was like, what the freak did you do? I was like, what the heck did she do? Did I text you, like, at that moment?
He's like, "Don't freaking come over."
Yeah, I told her, like, "Don't come over, no. Like, why would he ask, like..."
My mom's gonna yell at you.
Yeah,
"Don't come over."
I was like, why would...
And his mom was calling me saying, "Come over. I
Yeah,
want to talk."
my mom was telling her to come over, and I was telling her not to come over. So then my mom was like, "What is this?" And I was like, I kept shaking my head. And then she like kept asking me, "What is it? What is it?" She's like, "You can't be doing this to me. You can't be doing this to me." And I was all like, I kept shaking my head. And then she kept asking me, and then I was all like, well, you know what it is, like, you should know what it is. You know, I was like mad, and I was all like frustrated, I was scared, I was everything. And I was like, you know what it is. And she's all like, how could you do this to me? No, like all these things, like.
And then when I came over.
No, wait, let me get to the part. So eventually, my mom said, so my mom came back from Bolivia, and in Bolivia there's like this it's like a horsetail that they use. It's like wrapped up a lot. So she came back, she brought them. The first thing she grabbed was that, and then she grabbed me and she like chucked it at me. And then she kept chucking it at me, and like it didn't hurt because I had so much adrenaline. And then she was like crying. I felt so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, like I really did this to my mom. But then after that, Priscilla came over. We talked. My mom was like support.
No, she was so calm with me. And then him and his sister were like, where the heck was this at a few minutes ago?
Yeah, she was so calm with her. Like I thought she was gonna go off on her, but she was so calm with her. She was like supporting us. She was like, I support you guys.
But she was really mad.
She was mad. I think she was okay. So my mom and my dad were both mad. Like they were both mad because I didn't tell them. Like it didn't come from me. Like they had to find out through Facebook. And that's where they both got like kind of offended. And they got really mad, which I understand now. If you are gonna be a parent, like especially a young parent, don't be scared. I mean, obviously you're gonna be scared, but it's better to just tell your parents, like they know what to do. They'll support you.
No, so his mom like was so mad. Like she was like, she kind of didn't really care at first. Like she cared, but she didn't really care. And it's funny now because now that the baby's here, she's like, oh, that's my baby. That's
like,
my baby.
Yeah,
she
loves
loves our son, and she's like always taking care of him, and she always wants to see him and everything. Like
exactly.
At first, when she first found out, she was really mad, and she was all like,
like I'm not gonna take care of him.
I'm not gonna take care of it.
Stuff like that.
I'm not gonna be another grandma.
But that was like the first, like,
yeah,
like be honest.
When she
that was
still
like
mad.
that was like the first 10 minutes of her finding out that she was pregnant. You know, like
yeah.
Obviously, like I know
and
a lot
then when
of.
I started showing more, she kept asking
like,
to see my stomach and everything.
So she's very supportive. Like now she loves the baby. Like the baby's everything for her. So yeah, guys, if that's how my parents found out.
But that's how I think a lot of parents.
A lot of parents are like that. Especially with young kids, they're like that. Like they get mad at first, but then after like time goes on, they support their child and everything. So yeah, guys, that's how my parents found out. It wasn't the right way for them to find out. They had to find out through Facebook, which I feel hecka bad, but that's the way sometimes it happens, and I learned from it. I hope you guys can learn from my lesson, and you guys can tell your parents if you guys are pregnant. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, and thank you guys so much for all the support. And so I'll see you guys in the next video.